Hello, my educational leaders. My name is Cassandra Williams from EducationalInnovation360.com, and I'm here to tell you how I identify and mark classrooms. Um, when I walk into classrooms, many times our teachers are so excited to share the great things that's going on in their classroom, they run up to you. And I am here to tell you kind of what I do to kind of identify and mark the classroom so I can have positive things to say about their classroom right from the beginning. So let's go ahead and dig in. So here's some questions I want you to take a look at. Is what I ask myself, right? How are the students demonstrating their understanding to learning target, right? What are they doing? Looking at data, I always identify what data is in the classroom that I can identify and mark and share with the teacher. Feedback, and then some of the things that I'm observing, right? What subject are they teaching? All the things that help me identify and support the teacher with what they're doing. So let's take a look. Here is an actual picture of kind of a snapshot, because when we go in the classroom, all we get is a snapshot of their learning. So here's a snapshot of what's going on. Okay, let's take a look. We'll start here. Take a look at the number on the seats. I remember walking into the classroom, right? The number on the seats is important for two reasons. Pacing, and it helps to expedite the process, and it also gives me a way to kind of mark which students are engaged and a percentage of the students that are on task, right? And so I remember walking in the classroom and teachers saying, all right, students, we're ready, we're about to change groups. And they start off with a song. Greek and Latin words is how we start our day. Geo means earth, and around the world we play. And by the time that song was over, everybody was at their station. Everybody was at their seats, engaged and ready to learn. And so with the number, it definitely helps with that, okay? And so also, what we have to identify is like diversity. Diversity, how many times did you call on number 8, right? And did you just call on number 3 because she's in the front, right? What are you using? Are you using popsicle sticks? Are you making sure you can diversify who's being called and everybody gets an opportunity, right? And so here's all the things that I see. So here's some visuals. Tells me that the teacher is very organized, right? Color coded to let me identify some of the things that really pop out. Color really changes the dynamic. And here, it differentiates instructions as well, right? So I know boys is orange, that helps as well, okay? Also, I see they're working on some type of sequencing, right? Writing. As well as, look, spelling patterns, right? Common mistakes, right? That's all important, right? And so at the end of just this snapshot, at the end of me going into the classroom and just looking, I can already tell that about 70% of the students are focused on the teacher, right? So that's about 7 out of 10, right? Another thing I look out, joy factor. Is the teacher happy? Is the content so engaging that the teacher shares his engagement and the students are engaged just as well, right? Are they enjoying their lesson? And so that's very important. The last but not least, I see there's an activity. There's going to be some form of activity because it looks like there's something on the children's laps, right? So how do you keep the students engaged in the lesson because there's going to be an activity? So that's very important because, like I said, I take a look at the classroom, and when a teacher comes up and is very excited and they say, I want to show you what's on my board. Let me show you from the last one you told me about. And so you can very much say, oh yes, I do. I like the tally marks that you made. I also like the letters for pacing. I also like the sequence visuals that students can see their work. I also like the phonetic spellings of best practices on phonics. So those are some tips and tricks that I do in the classroom. When I walk in, I make sure I have a bag of positive things so I can support the teacher with positive things before I give feedback. Bye for now. Cassandra Williams, Educational Innovation 360.